Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to
I will say this though.
So today we are going to be doing a Doctor Who ranking. I don't really know if it's good for the algorithm because I know Gatwa's Doctor is I don't know when it came out. I don't know. Maybe
I think it's out and the reviews are good. I don't know what the ratings are, but the critics seem to like it.
So I don't know. By the time this comes out, maybe it would be past the optimal time of posting it for maximum engagement, or whatever.
If we chased the algorithmic trends, this would be a very different channel.
Yeah, exactly.
We are once again in a library, so you may notice a change of sound quality.
Yeah, and we're
not raising our
voices. We're in a study room, but there's gaps on the ceiling, so
yeah, it's the same place where we shot. Was it the Fu Manchu video we did in here?
Yeah. So we don't want to disturb anyone.
This will be less likely to disturb because the subject matter is just
less racist,
fun sci-fi time travel.
There were some racist stuff in the old ones, but we're not gonna.
It probably was.
But we're not bringing up any of that because we're not talking about the actual episodes or the stories.
Because we were not ranking doctors based on how good we think they were at being doctors.
We're going to be ranking them only based on how cool we think their actors' names are.
You may notice that David Tennant appears on here twice because they just brought him back for
they
a
brought
special
him in
recently.
for the 14th Doctor.
Yeah.
And Ncuti was the 15th Doctor.
Yeah.
I didn't
14th had a very short tenure, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I haven't actually seen the new one. I think there's something like bi-generation. I don't know. I don't know what bi-generation is, but I'm pretty sure it's like...
It's a song by The Who if they were into guys and girls.
Yeah. Okay. So Danny's going to be having veto power in this one because he's seen less Doctor Who than me. So as a result, he's less biased. So for example, if I were ranking it, I would put Peter Capaldi's name pretty high. But only because I associate him with both Peter Capaldi, the person, and the 12th Doctor, who are both my favorite people.
I mean, honestly, I think Peter Capaldi is a pretty cool name. It is somewhat held back by his distant relative Lewis, who is... sliming the name a little bit, but that's not Peter's fault.
Yeah, I don't actually know anything about Louis Capaldi, and it sounds like that's a good thing.
He's just a bad singer. He's a very bad singer.
Wait, so he's not cancer or anything? He's just...
No, I don't think he's a bad person as far as I know. He's just a really bad singer.
So, let's get started with... And I guess we'll put the name on
this
screen.
seems to be in order chronologically,
good.
which is very convenient.
Yeah.
So we begin with William Hartnell.
William Hartnell.
Hartnell is a very British name.
Yeah, well, they're all British, Danny.
Yeah, they are. Oh, you know who's missing from here?
Who?
Peter Cushing.
Okay, well...
He doesn't count.
Yeah, we're not counting Peter Cushing.
Nor are we counting Joanna Lumley or Rowan Atkinson or Hugh Grant.
Rowan Atkinson's a pretty cool name, though.
Yeah, it is.
Like if it weren't associated with Mr. Bean, it sounds.
Yeah. Hugh Grant has several middle names, one of which is Mungo. So Hugh Mungo is a pretty cool name.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, William Hartnell.
Yeah, William Hartnell. It's not I don't think it's the coolest possible name among here. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's kind of cool, Hartnell.
Yeah, I like the T sound.
He's reliant entirely on his surname.
Yeah.
For coolness.
Well, William's also a pretty cool first name.
It is, but
there are a lot of kings named William. There are a lot of it's associated with
Name three.
William, and Willem.
Damn it. That's on me. I set the bar too low.
It's not like they're Bill. Billy would be not as cool as William.
Billy Hartnell is not cool.
But I'm pretty sure he went by William, so
that's how he's credited.
Yeah.
All right, I think B.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
It's fairly cool, but it's not the coolest.
We're starting out, so we'll probably move things up or down.
We may. Once we've established a bit more of the scale.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick Troughton. I really liked him in Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger.
I've only seen him in The Omen.
Yeah, he's good in that.
It's pretty good.
He's the guy the church steeple falls on his head.
Yeah. He has
Troughton.
He has a fish in his name though.
Trout. Is it Troughton or Troughton?
I'm not sure. Well, I can look up the pronunciation.
I'm gonna say C. It's British, but not in a cool way. In a way that's kind of like wobbly dobbly dum 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 dum.
Yeah, I can't put.
I think that's Troughton.
Okay, trout like the fish.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't read phonetic spelling.
It isn't badass. It might be kind of charming, but it's slightly goofy.
Yeah.
Goofy British as opposed to Like cool, suave British.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
John Pertwee.
Pertwee, same thing. It's kind of goofy sounding. It sounds like a clown.
Now, corollary to this, however, it wouldn't be a good name if you were James Bond, but it is a perfectly good name for someone who has whimsical adventures through time and space with his magical phone booth.
That's true. But
Actually, it's a police box. Fuck off. That's a kind of phone booth.
it's a booth with a phone in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, but yeah, unfortunately, because we're ranking these based on coolness.
Yeah.
I guess we kind of have to put.
Yeah. So putting someone low, saying their name isn't cool, it does not necessarily mean that they are not a good fit for the Doctor.
Yeah, or the name is not good for the Doctor. Also, John's kind of a boring name. You know what I mean? Let's try to talk about both first and last names.
Yeah. Well, some of these guys have. A lot of these guys have extremely ordinary first names, and sometimes when you have a normal first name and a cool last name, it can kind of work together. For example, John Shaft.
John Shaft. Yeah.
If both of them are too cool, it feels like they're crowding each other out.
Exactly. Yeah.
You want simple first name, really cool last name. Mm-hmm. Which brings us to Tom Baker.
I would do D.
It's a very ordinary name.
Tom.
No disrespect to Tom Baker, who was great in The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, because two of these men have been in Sinbad movies.
Yeah. Also, Tom. If you went by Thomas Baker, I think that would be
maybe
better.
I think, like Tom is a name. Like I'm a big Tom Waits fan, and in his case, he makes it a cool name, but it's not always a cool name.
Yeah. Well, we're just burning through these. I mean, I don't know what I would expect. We're not like having much to talk to other than 2 words per person. Also, and Baker,
I like cake.
I don't like bread or cake. I like
no,
pie.
you don't like bread.
I like pie.
You don't like cake either?
Too sweet. I don't
really.
No, like if you're ever hosting a birthday party for me, I prefer pie to cake.
What's your favorite pie?
Probably like apple, because I've made apple.
I love apple pie.
Yeah, I like the crust of apple pie.
Honorable mention to pecan.
Pecan
pies are quite nice.
Yeah.
All right. Peter Davison, not to be confused with that guy who was dating Kim Kardashian for a while.
Pete Davidson. Or what if we did confuse them?
That would be very funny. Can you imagine Pete Davidson wearing this ragtime band outfit with celery on his lapel? That would rule.
100% with this tattoo.
Yeah, it would make him cooler.
It would make him cooler.
In my
I think
opinion.
I think in terms of appearance, the less cool you try to look, the more cool you look. That's my opinion.
Usually, yes.
Yeah. I think if you walk around with a freaking celery on your lapel, you look badass.
That's so cool, because it's not cool at all.
You don't care what people think.
Yeah, Peter Davison was cool.
Yeah, but I don't know, in terms of names,
Davison.
It's another really boring one. I would put it in D.
Not C?
Well, because Pertwee and Troughton are memorable.
That's true. All right.
Davison isn't.
Peter Davison.
Right? That's how I would think. I mean...
All right. I think D is about to get more crowd, because here comes Colin Baker.
Yeah.
Not even the first baker here, so he loses the goodwill of the fact that everyone likes baked goods.
Another very boring one. Yeah.
Colin is a slightly dorkier name than Tom, but it's also a little more memorable.
I'm
Colin,
less...
my name is Colin.
I'm less likely to name my kid Colin than Tom.
Yeah. I think D, though.
Yeah, D.
Sylvester McCoy.
Oh,
that's a cool name. You don't meet many Sylvesters.
That's honestly a very
Plus
cool
all the
name.
Star Trek goodwill of being Dr. McCoy.
Yeah. Which is weird, because now we're associating with a different show.
What do you think, eh?
TV show.
Sylvester McCoy.
Yeah, I think I like the S sounds.
It's got a good rhythm to it.
Sylvester
McCoy.
Sylvester McCoy. It's like I mean, it's not exactly like any. What do you call it? Metric. It's not. It doesn't fit into any metric pattern exactly, but
McCoy is a spondy. Well, no, it's more of an iamb. You don't really emphasize the Mc.
Yeah, McCoy.
The emphasis goes on coy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's an iamb. I'm talking poetic terminology here.
Yeah. Paul McGann.
Paul McGann.
McGann is slightly more interesting than Baker or Davison.
Yeah, just because it's... Was that an Irish name, a Scottish name?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, isn't it...
A lot of McNames are Scottish. Yeah. People assume that most of them are, but there's plenty of Irish names that start with Mc.
I would go C, but that's my opinion.
I like him in Hornblower.
I've heard of fewer McGanns than I have Bakers or
That's true.
Davisons. Right?
Slightly more memorable.
Yeah.
Christopher Eccleston.
See, I like that both his
Christopher's the
first
perfect-
and last name have the same.
Yeah, there's a good symmetry there.
The same meter, yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher. I don't know what it's called. What's called like stressed, unstressed, unstressed. What is that?
I used to know more about this.
Dactyl.
That's a dactyl.
Yeah,
okay.
so his name is Two Dactyls. Christopher Eccleston. So yeah, I think that's another A for me.
Yeah.
I would put into A.
Also, how many Ecclestons do you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, William Hartnell is like really lonely in B.
Yeah. David Tennant. Now, all right, so I mentioned earlier that David Tennant's real last name is MacDonald. If you don't know about this, he uses the stage name Tennant because of union reasons. There was already a David MacDonald in the Scottish Actors Guild or whatever it was called.
I think Tennant's a cooler name than
He
MacDonald.
chose Tennant because of one of his favorite pop stars, Neil Tennant, because David Tennant is the only straight man on earth to listen to the Pet Shop Boys.
So
He's also the son-in-law of Peter Davison.
yeah. So I would go B because I feel
Yeah.
like it's like William Hartnell, where it sounds cool but not as cool as
Yeah.
Christopher Eccleston or
Yeah.
Sylvester McCoy. You know what I mean? It's not as fun saying it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and since David Tennant is in here twice, we could do David MacDonald at the end.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That could be fun. And Matt Smith.
I am
it's
sorry,
gotta be
Matt
a-
Smith.
Yeah, we all knew
He's
this
a
was
good
coming.
actor,
We
but...
all knew this was coming. It's the most boring possible
Yeah.
name possible. Matt Smith.
I am sorry, Matt Smith. It's not your fault.
I mean, it's kind of your fault. You could have changed your name to something better.
Yeah. Peter Capaldi. I mean, I like that Italian-Scottish thing. He's got same with Armando Iannucci.
Yeah.
They've worked together.
I like that it ends with an I. That's
Yeah.
cool to me. You know, but, you know, like, I'll let Danny do this one because I'm way too biased.
Capaldi. I mean, honestly, I see him and I just see Mr. Curry
I don't know.
being a total fucking Karen on poor old Paddington who did nothing wrong.
Oh, he's in Paddington?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
the
okay, I
angry
knew that.
racist neighbor who hates bears. He's in both of them. Sure.
Okay, Peter Capaldi's an S tier. Knowing what's coming. Okay, you know what, let's leave him there for now.
All right.
But just because, like, oh, I just realized we're supposed to do these in order, so we actually skipped.
Who's this guy?
I don't know. We're gonna skip that one. I have no idea. I'm sorry, Whovians. Don't come at us.
Too deep of a cut.
I don't know who that is. But
Yeah.
we should have done this already.
All right. Well,
John
if you
Hurts.
fuck with John, you gonna get hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was gonna say, I was like, when I went into this, the only thing I knew was
John
Matt Smith's
hurt
gonna
myself.
be Matt Smith's
today.
gonna be at F. Matt Smith's gonna be at F. John Hurt's gonna be an S.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what I was saying. But
Can you imagine being called Dr. Hurt?
Yeah, I know.
Doctor,
right?
I'm hurt. No, I am.
John Hurt's like the only actor who has like a cooler name than any possible character he's played.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But do you feel like Peter
I mean,
Capaldi's
in Alien, his name was Kane. That's kind of cool.
not as cool as John Hurt?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But did you
My
feel
name is John
do you feel like Peter Capaldi's on the same level as John Hurt?
Okay.
Like you know, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Just because,
It's
you know,
pretty cool.
John Hurt is a
But
pretty
John
cool
Hurt has thrown off the curve a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Jodie
Whittaker. That's a good name. I've never been a huge fan of Jodie as a name, honestly, which is maybe unfair of me,
Yeah.
but there it is. Whittaker is a cool name.
Whittaker is a cool name.
But women's name shouldn't be the doctor because it's woke. B.
Okay, let's go.
Jodie Whittaker. Sure.
Wait, so did you not put her in A because you're sexist? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just don't think her name is cool enough. If her name were like Esmeralda Manticore, that would be an easy S.
Esmeralda.
That'd be cool as shit, dude.
Could you imagine if that was the next doctor name?
Now, Shooty or
before
Shooty.
before we get to
Let's discuss
Shooty,
pronunciation.
Before we get to
okay.
Shooty, we actually have this one to place. Who is a fugitive doctor? I don't know the lore behind it.
Yeah, I don't know about this
But
one.
she
This
was
is all news to me.
Yeah, she was like at some point Okay, so
I've seen this
spoilers.
actress in something.
Spoilers for Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who run. At one point, it's revealed that there's actually been way more incarnations of the Doctor than the ones that actually are in the show.
I mean, if John Hurt doesn't even get a number,
Yeah.
he's just the War Doctor.
So even the first Doctor actually had like a whole bunch of incarnations before him.
I don't like that
Yeah,
as a
didn't
retcon.
really like
I'm
that.
not a fan of
Yeah,
that.
I didn't really like that either. But I think
Even the fact that they've given the Doctor a whole new set, because it was supposed to end with 13, even the fact they've given the Doctor a whole new set is pushing it.
Yeah.
Like, I would have done it because you have to keep the show going.
Yeah.
But like, that's enough of a push.
So yeah. Anyway, so this one is one of them. The actor's name is Joe Martin.
Yeah, what have I seen her in?
Let me see.
Honestly, this is the reason I stopped watching Doctor Who, is that they were retconning too many pieces of established... It was about the time... It was during the John Hurt episodes when it turned out that, like, oh, Gallifrey wasn't even destroyed after all. It was just put in a little time corner.
Yeah.
That was when I was like, all right, if you're not even going to keep that consistent, I'm out.
She was in Fleabag.
I haven't seen that. I heard good things.
Wizards versus Aliens.
No.
Okay.
That one lady from Fleabag was in Broadchurch, which had a ton of Doctor Who actors in it, including Jodie Whittaker. We're not going to put, speaking of people who are in Broadchurch, we're not putting David Bradley in here, are we?
Oh, we could have.
He wasn't an official. He played
Yeah.
the William Hartnell version of the Doctor.
Oh, we definitely could have. Maybe we should. Well, okay. Here's the thing. If
we were to put David Bradley on here,
it would probably be a C.
I think that's a B.
B. Okay. David. I mean, it's just two boring first names.
But Bradley as a last name is like kind of interesting.
Okay, I guess.
B or C, whatever.
Speaking of two boring first names, Joe Martin. Joe without an E.
C.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of there. It's like, yep, that's your name.
I like that we talked so much about her just to explain her existence in the
Yeah.
tier list, and it just C. I think
It's
like
a
if
very
David
straightforward
Bradley
name.
had a cooler name, maybe we would find one that had him in it. But
Yeah, but he wasn't a full-on incarnation of the Doctor. He was supposed to be the William Hartnell version.
Yeah. And then we have David
Ncuti
McDonald. Oh, I was gonna say go in order because
Oh.
David McDonald, David Tennant came before.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Where would you want to put David McDonald?
McDonald is... Man, fuck the McDonalds.
Yeah, their friggin' farm with their noisy ass animals. Like,
And fuck the Campbells, too, while we're at it.
Ncuti Gatwa. Like, if I were doing this, that would be an S tier.
So,
Because he has Shooty.
He has...
and Gat in his.
That's true. He does. He has the benefit of a name that sounds very exotic to us, but it's
And-
quite possible that in his homeland of Scotland, that is considered an extremely boring and ordinary name on the level of Matt Smith. So let us acknowledge our bias before we put him in S tier,
Yes, thank
because that name is rad as fuck.
I was just going off because he has like two. Like he sounds like a stereotypical like action hero. Like if in the Simpsons.
Gatwa.
Yeah, if in The Simpsons they made like a parody of an action hero, that sounds
Yeah.
like the name.
The Winnie
like
Wolfcastle
Shooty
type?
Gatwa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Stick
think this
your
is a-
shooty gat out for the Rizzler, or whatever the kids are saying these days.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just go through from bottom to top. So.
All right. Sorry, Matt Smith, but your name is boring.
Yeah.
Tom Baker's name is kind of boring, but not as boring.
Yeah. What even is
Peter
his name?
Davison.
All right, Peter Davison.
That's just a name. That's the name that people would have.
Yeah. Colin Baker.
Colin Baker, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Patrick Troughton is a name with character,
Yeah.
but it's not cool.
Not cool.
Same with John Pertwee.
Yeah.
Is he related to Sean Pertwee?
Pretty sure Sean Pertwee's like his son.
Paul McGann, that's kind of memorable.
Yeah. Do we want to move Joe Martin down one? Well, actually, no. I say Joe. I like the name
Without
Joe.
an E.
Without an E. I think that's a cool.
It's very British.
Yeah, I do like it though. Yeah, I think that's it. The first.
It's very
name's-
British. I do like it, though.
Yeah.
British being understood as a slight.
Well, David McDonald. I would move David McDonald down to D, honestly. But it's up to you.
Yeah.
But do you? Because McDonald's more boring than Pertwee. You know what I mean?
That's true, it is.
Yeah.
All right. If it were a slightly more less basic Scottish name like McGann.
Yeah. William Hartnell.
memorable name.
David Tennant, memorable name.
Well chosen stage name.
Also memorable because it has his number in his name.
Yes. In fact, there's a story that he and I think it was Billy Piper came up with the joke that every time the Doctor regenerates, his penis grows an extra inch. So he was David 10-inch.
Okay.
I don't know what that means for Jodie, but
every previous Doctor is like, hey,
poor William Hartnell.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's not fair. Although that does track for Capaldi.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't know what that says about John Hurt. Like, where's his penis is 4 inches long?
Doesn't even make sense. Yeah, Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, that's not a bad name. Sylvester McCoy. Peter Capaldi. Second Peter in here.
Yeah, second Peter. Christopher Eccleston. And then the top 2 reigning champions.
Yeah.
Which are both have like such like cool action hero names.
John Hurt is not making action films. He made quiet period dramas. He was in The Elephant Man.
And Nshuti Gatwa.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah.
Cool.
He'll shoot you with his gat and you'll get hurt.
Yeah, and whoever this guy is, Whovian's like maybe.
I'm sorry, guys.
I don't think it's even worth putting who this guy
don't
is.
Know who that is.
What if we look him up afterwards and his name is like
Killdozer McGillicuddy?
Killdozer McGillicuddy. I'm like, oh shoot, we should have put him in S+ here, but we just didn't recognize.
Bump everyone else down a notch.
Like he's an S, everyone else is an F. Just comparison. Killdozer. Okay, well that's our list.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on this exciting and ill-informed adventure through relative dimensions in space and time.
Yeah. Thank you. I guess that's it.
Goodbye.